Hi, my name is Steve Alexander. I'm a Detective Chief Inspector with Devon and Cornwall Police, and I'm the Deputy Lead for Rape and Serious Sexual Offences. We understand that it takes courage to report a rape or serious sexual assault to the police. Some people come forward immediately after it's happened, but for others, it might take days, weeks, months, or even years to decide to report. Regardless of when it happened, when you are ready, we will listen and support you. Experiencing a rape or a sexual assault is a very traumatic experience. We also recognise that thinking about it and talking about it can cause further distress. The police are committed to listening to your needs, ensuring your safety, and signposting you to available support services, whilst at the same time gathering material as evidence as part of a good quality investigation, with the aim of bringing the perpetrator to justice. The police will support you throughout the investigation and will offer you referrals to specialist support. If you are not yet ready to talk to the police, there are support services signposted at the end of this video who can also support you independently from the police. This video will inform you of the options available to you and explain what can happen during a police investigation into a rape and serious sexual offence. Now you will hear from PC Becky Thomas, who's one of our sexual offence liaison officers, and she will talk to you about the investigative process in more detail.
I'm PC Becky Thomas and I'm a Sexual Offences Liaison Officer. This video explains how we help you if you're hurt or scared by sexual abuse. Sexual activities can include being touched on the private parts of your body, being photographed with no clothes on or with not many clothes on, or being made to have sex when you don't want to. When you first tell us that you've been sexually abused, a few different police officers might want to speak to you. We understand that it's hard to remember everything that our police officers say to you. But don't worry, we'll help you. We'll provide a British Sign Language interpreter and other support if you need it. This could be an intermediary, or it could be another supportive person that's unconnected to the investigation. The first police officer who speaks to you might wear a police uniform, or they might be in plain clothes like me. They'll visit you and talk to you about the sexual abuse that you're reporting. The police officer will ask you questions about what's happened to you and will write your answers in a booklet. The police officer will then read back what you said to check with you that it's accurate. This booklet is not your official statement. We use this booklet to understand what has happened to you and to help us decide the best way to help you. We'll then ask for an official statement later on. An official statement can be a written document, or it can be a video recording about what's happened to you, which we can then use in court. If you're a British Sign Language user, you can make a British Sign Language video recording as your statement. We'll give you a crime number. This links to you and what happened to you on our police systems, and it helps us find your information quickly. This crime number might have several numbers, and we'll start with a 5. If you were abused recently, we might ask you to give us some items that will help us look at what's happened and find the facts. These items might include a sample of urine, the clothes that you were wearing when you were abused, and if your body is hurt, we'll help you go to hospital for care if you need it. If any medical tests are needed, a specially trained police officer will speak to you. If you say it's okay, they might arrange some medical tests for you or from a professional doctor or clinician. These tests might take 3 or 4 hours, and it will be one of our sexual assault referral centres. Sometimes we call these SARCs for short. Doctors and nurses with special skills will speak to you about your health and then about what's happened to you. They will do some medical tests, and police will not be present during these tests. They might include taking samples from your body. Samples are small amounts of things like urine, blood, hair, or spit. And they might also want to collect samples from private parts of your body, if that's okay with you. You will be supported whilst you have these tests by a person with special training called an NHS crisis worker. And of course, all the time, you can have a British Sign Language interpreter support you. After these tests, your NHS crisis worker will arrange for you to speak to a charity who work with us to provide our ISVA service. With your permission, we'll refer you to the Independent Sexual Violence Advisor, or ISVA, service. Every victim is entitled to this support. In Devon and Cornwall, the Bridge Partnership brings together the collective expertise of 6 highly trained local organisations to provide this service. They're led by the Women's Centre Cornwall and include Devon Rape Crisis and Sexual Abuse Services, the Children's Society, Intercom Trust, West Cornwall Women's Aid, the Olive Project and Connect Communities. The Bridge Project have people to support you in your daily life, called Independent Sexual Violence Advisors. They provide specialist, independent, tailored support to those who have been victims of sexual violence. An ISVA is an advisor who will work with you to help support your needs, and they operate completely independent from us as the police. They know how to support people who've been sexually abused, and they can help you in lots of ways. We will then ask you for an official statement. This is when you tell us everything that's happened to you, and this could take 3 or 4 hours to finish. If you're a British Sign Language user, your statement will be video recorded to show in court. But if you don't want a video, we can write down your statement instead. We know that it might feel scary to give your statement. We'll meet you in a quiet place and we'll try to make you feel as comfortable as possible. A specially trained police officer, like me, will take your statement. They'll chat with you first, just to get to know you. And this helps them give them the best support that you need while you give your statement. The main police officer who will look at what's happened to you is called the Officer in Case, or OIC. They'll get in touch with you as soon as they can to tell you who they are. And they'll contact you using your preferred method of contact. That might be text, it could be email, or it could even be a video relay. They'll use your crime number so that you know it really is the police talking to you. They might ask for some information from your mobile phone or from the social media you use, if this is okay with you, and that we feel that there might be something helpful on there. This can include WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. If at any stage you decide that you don't want to continue talking to police, that's okay. We'll be led by you and your decisions. Just let us know how that you're feeling so that we can support you. You can also talk to your ISVA if you prefer, who will support you and provide advice independently to police. If at any point in the future you decide that you do want to come back and talk to the police, you absolutely can. It's important that you get the right help. If you say it's okay, we might arrange for you to speak to other organisations who can help you. This could include your local doctor or other NHS healthcare services, or even social services managed by your local council. We can talk to you about the different organisations who can help you and help you to get in touch with these. They're also listed on the police website. If the person who has abused you is from your family, or is your partner or your ex-partner, we will also tell the police domestic abuse unit. And they might also arrange for you to speak to organisations who can support you. If you tell us that you've been sexually assaulted, we must keep you safe and treat you in a fair and equal way. This is what we call safeguarding. We have to ask you questions so that we know the best ways to help you and keep you safe. This might include questions about your health, where you live, and who you live with. I hope this has been helpful.